Hey, welcome to the RG Learning Academy tutorial. Today, I'm going to guide you through Unity's UI system and show you how to create interactive elements like buttons, text, and sliders. These are the building blocks that make a game or app interactive and engaging. In Unity, UI is super important because it's how users interact with your game or app, whether that's clicking buttons, entering information, or adjusting settings. Unity makes it easy to create both 2D and 3D UIs, whether you're working on a mobile game or even a VR experience. This video shows you how to create buttons, text, and sliders step by step, so you can build any UI element your project needs. Let's start by creating a canvas. The canvas is essential because it's the foundation for all your UI elements. Think of it as the container that holds everything interactive in your project. Without it, your UI elements can't exist. To create a canvas, simply right-click in the hierarchy panel, go to UI, and select Canvas. Now you have a blank canvas to start adding your elements. Let's start by learning how to create one of the most commonly used UI elements in Unity, a button. Let me show you how to create one step by step. A button is one of the most commonly used UI elements. It allows users to trigger actions, like starting a game or navigating between menus. To add a button, right-click on the panel in the hierarchy window, go to UI, and select Button. The button will appear right in your scene. You can move the button around in the scene view or use the inspector to position it precisely where you want and adjust its size. If you'd like, you can also rename the game object to something like Start Button. Simply select it in the hierarchy and type the new name. The button component includes an image property to control the background of the button. You can change the color here, or if you prefer, you can use an image as the background by dragging it into the source image field. Now let's change the look of the button. In the inspector, under the image component, you can change the color. I'm going to set mine to green for this example. Once you pick the color, you will see the button update right away. All right, let's customize the text on our button. First, click the arrow next to the button in the hierarchy to expand it, and select the text object. In the inspector panel, you will see all the settings we can adjust. To change the font, click the font field and select one from the list. If you don't see the one you like, you can always import custom fonts later. Next, you can adjust the font size. Just type in the size you want or use the arrows to increase or decrease it. Use the font style dropdown to pick bold, italic, or both. For alignment, you will see options to position the text left, center, or right. Finally, let's change the color. Click on the color box to open the picker and choose the color you like. For this example, I'm going to change the text to say Start and make the text color black and center it. And that's it. Your button's text is fully customized. Now it's time to make our button interactive. This means we're going to set up an action that happens when you click the button. Let me show you how easy this is. First, select the button in the hierarchy. In the inspector, look for the On Clicked section. This is where we'll set up what the button does when clicked. Click the little plus sign here to add a new event. Now, we need to tell Unity what to do when this button is clicked. Next, drag and drop the game object that has the script you want to run into this field. For example, I have written a simple script that displays a message when the button is clicked. Once that's done, click this drop-down to select the function you want to trigger. You will see all the public methods from the script on your game object. I will choose my onStartButtonClicked function for this example. Let's test it. I will hit play, click the button, and see what happens. I will click the button and check the console. There it is. It says Start Clicked. Action performed. Perfect. And there you go. The button is now interactive, and it performs the action we set up. You can use this same process to load scenes, start games, play sounds, or trigger any other functionality you need in your game. Great. Now that we have created and customized our button, it's time to move on to the next essential UI element, text. I will walk you through how to add and customize text in Unity step by step. So let's dive in and learn how to style text to make it stand out in your UI. Text is one of the most important components of any UI. It's how you communicate with your users, whether it's for game titles, instructions, or even dynamic stats like scores. There are two ways to add text in Unity. If you want something simple, you can use legacy text, which is Unity's default text system. It's easy to use, but has fewer features than Text Mesh Pro. To use legacy text, right-click on the canvas in the hierarchy window, go to UI, and select Legacy Select Text. A text object will appear, and you can customize it in the inspector by adjusting the font, size, color, and alignment. If you're looking for more advanced text features like higher quality custom fonts or cool text effects, you will want to use Text Mesh Pro. It's a much more powerful tool for creating great-looking text in. To get started with Text Mesh Pro, just head over to the Window menu, open the Package Manager, search for Text Mesh Pro, and hit Install it first. Once Text Mesh Pro is installed and imported into your project, then right-click on the canvas again, go to UI, and select Text Mesh Pro. Now, you can customize your text even more. For this tutorial, I'm going to use Text Mesh Pro. If you want, you can rename the game object to something like Level Title. Next, I will adjust the position and resize the text to fit perfectly within our design. See here, I've set the position to top center and made changes to the text's position and size according to my preferences. You can always adjust these values to suit your own design needs. Once that's done, I will change the text to say level and select a font and font style, center minute, and set the text color to black that match the overall look. Here, I'm making these changes to suit this example, but you can customize the text font and style based on your preferences and project needs. Great work! We've now created and customized our text, adjusting its position, size, and style to perfectly match our design. Awesome progress so far. Next up, let's explore something fun and interactive, creating a slider in Unity. Let's get started and walk through the process step by step. Sliders in Unity are fantastic for creating interactive elements that allow users to adjust settings, such as volume, brightness, or even character health in a game. They provide a smooth and intuitive way for users to change values within a specified range. To create a slider, simply right-click on the panel in the hierarchy window, go to UI, and select Slider. A UI slider has three main components: the background, which is the full area that shows the total health, the fill area, which represents the current health and changes as health decreases, and finally, the handle, that little draggable part of the slider. You can remove the handle for cleaner designs, customize the appearance. In the inspector, you can adjust the min value and max value. You can even adjust the slider's direction. By default, it goes left to right, but you can change it to top to bottom or right to left, depending on your design. For example, if you're creating a volume slider, you might change the position and resize it and set the min value to 0 for mute and the max value to 1 for full volume. You can also set the starting value of the slider. If you want it to start at 50%, you can set the value to 0.5. Make the slider interactive by triggering actions with the onValueChanged event. Just like with buttons, you can customize the slider's appearance too. To trigger an action when the user interacts with the slider, go to the onValueChanged event in the slider component. Click the plus sign to add a new event, then drag the game object that contains the function you want to trigger. This will make the slider fully interactive. I will demonstrate how the slider works in the editor. Keep in mind that the value adjustment you see here can be controlled by a script during gameplay. For example, you can use a script to dynamically change the slider's value, like adjusting the volume or modifying other settings based on the player's input. That's it. We've reached the end of the video. We've now successfully created 3 essential UI elements in Unity: buttons, text, and sliders. By following this tutorial, you've learned simple and effective methods to create these interactive elements, and you can now use this knowledge to build more UI components in your own projects. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments. I'm here to help. In this next video, we will create key game menus like start, pause, and game over screens. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If this video helped, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more uni tips. Happy developing. See you in the next video.